Hey MakerDAO, I'm Alec, and we're talking about votes and polls for the week of July 26th, 2021. To read more about the votes and polls we're discussing, please visit MakerDAO's voting portal at vote.makerdao.com. This week we have a large number of votes on topics relating to real-world assets, but first, let's discuss last week's executive vote. The vote passed on Friday, July 23rd, and was executed on Monday, July 25th. This vote decreased the bid duration or TTL parameter for flap auctions from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. The TTL parameter officially ends an auction, now 30 minutes after the last bid is placed rather than 60. Last week's executive also increased the debt ceiling for real-world asset vault number 2, collateralized by the new silver drop token, from 5 million to 20 million Dai. As mentioned, this week's executive also includes updates to MakerDAO's real-world asset portfolio. Passing this week's executive vote will onboard 4 new types of assets that the real-world finance team has been working on finalizing agreements with. These new collateral types represent Fortunify, Consul Freight, the People's Company, and Harvard Trade Credit. Based on the recommendations from core units on the risk associated with these forms of collateral, these 4 vault types will have debt ceilings totaling 22 million Dai. The ratification polls that have been running for the last 2 weeks have now concluded, and those that passed will be included in the executive vote to be posted on Friday, July 30th. And finally, we have this week's community greenlight polls. First, we have Untangled Finance, a diversified trade finance fund with a large portfolio of lenders and trade financiers. The final poll is for Gelato's Uniswap Dai and USDC liquidity token. Gelato Uniswap, or GUNI, is an automated liquidity provision token for Uniswap v3 powered by Gelato. And that's all for this week's update. Thanks for listening, and please head on over to vote.makerdao.com to read about the votes and polls that have been discussed and to cast your vote. If you have any feedback about this update, please reach out in the content production channel at chat.makerdao.com and let us know. I'll see you guys same time next week, but until then, happy voting.